Hey guys, time for another adventure with Jimbo, and I am Jimbo. So I'm at Eagle Rock Loop, and I'm just now starting. Had to cross this little creek right here because the parking is right there that I use. I parked in the northwest corner, and I'm going counterclockwise. It's August 5th. It is 6 o'clock, and I've got about 2 hours and 20 minutes to before dark, before sunset. And I'm hoping to get at least 4 miles, so I need to get on it because I think there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. So I'm going to jump on Gut Hook and figure out which way to go, and I'll give you an update shortly. See ya. Okay, took me a minute to get my bearings with Gut Hook. I haven't used it before. I'm liking it so far. Just a little bit of a learning curve off the bat. I've only been on the trail for 3 minutes. I'm already going uphill. It's going to be the kind of what this trip's all about. For those of you that don't know about the Eagle Rock Loop, it's about a 30-mile loop, and it's considered the toughest trail in Arkansas. So I'm doing it solo. A little bit of chance for rain tonight and tomorrow. And then after that, small chances. I'm okay with that because it's going to be cooler weather. Since it's August in the Ozarks, August is usually really hot. So I'm cool with it. Other than that, I got some exciting new gear to show you, to try out and see how good it is. But we'll get into that later. Right now I need to get acclimated to climbing and walking and start using my trekking pole. So I'll hook up with you in a minute. So from what I understand, the way I'm going, which is, like I said, the northwest corner, and running counterclockwise, so right now I'm running south. This first leg of about 10 miles, I think, 8 or 10, is all ups and downs. Like, at some point it's gonna get steep. And right now it's pretty steep, but it's supposed to get pretty rough. It's supposed to make for a good challenge. I mean, right on the trail, right as soon as I got on the trail, it got pretty steep. I've been going for about 6 or 7 minutes now, and it's everything that I thought it was going to be already, which is good. I consider this a challenge. I like a challenge. If I wanted an easy one, I'd just keep doing pigeon roost over and over. Anyhow, this is Eagle Rock Loop, Hay 1. I decided to take a spur trail. Even though I haven't been here very long, I kind of told myself I wanted to take all the little spur trails. I don't think there's very many, but this one is called Spirit Rock Vista. And I can only imagine in the fall when the trees are dormant, it's a lot cooler than it is now, but damn, man. And the sun, of course, isn't helping anything, but that's okay. It is still absolutely gorgeous when you get out here. Absolutely gorgeous out here. Had to put a do-rag on. Had sweat going into my eyeballs. So I had to take my glasses off, make it easier for the gnats to get my eyeballs, but it's all right. So one of my new pieces of gear I'm gonna go ahead and show right now because I'm actually using it. I'll probably tell you about these things as I get to them. So right now I want to talk to you about my new trekking poles. I got it from ZPacks. They're $100 for 2. They're carbon fiber, and they weigh less than the aluminum ones I got from Academy, or that actually Angela has from Academy. She bought 2, one for her and one for her daughter, and I've been kind of leeching onto one set, which isn't cool, but I didn't know if I'd like trekking poles at first because they just seem so odd and old manish. And although I am an old man, I do like the added benefit of being able to trek easier with those poles, especially going uphill. Downhill, not so much, but uphill, man, they are great and to lean against whenever I got a heavy pack. But that's another thing we're going to talk about on the next break is my pack. For those of you in the know, you can probably tell what kind it is. It's probably not too hard to figure out, but I got all the add-ons for it, and so far it has been completely awesome, game changer. When you have a pack with this many add-ons and it only weighs 1 pound and like 10 ounces, 11 ounces, that's a game changer. Like right now, I literally feel like I don't have a pack on. It's like it's crazy light. And that being said, my base weight is just under 18 and my carry weight is about 27, just under 27, counting my trekking poles. So it's pretty light. I'm thinking I can do this in 3.5 days, which I'm considering today a half day. You know, I'm only going to get 2 hours, and I seem to be filibustering quite a bit of it right now by talking, but I want to kind of get you on the plan before you decide if you're going to vest into this adventure with me or not. So I'm considering a half day. I get about 2 hours of daylight. I want to get half an hour to set up because I got a new tarp that I need to do some work on and figure it out. I haven't set it up yet. So, and then I think if I do 8.5 miles a day for the next 3 days after that, I think I can kill this thing. So, or get close enough that it's not that big a deal. Gut hook's making it easy because I know how far I need to go with water, so I don't need to really worry about packing extra water, because if I only have a mile to go, then I don't need 4 liters of water. It's ridiculous at like 2 pounds per liter. So that's another way I'm killing my weight. So right now I'm following White Blazes. And I believe, if I'm not wrong, I believe I'm on Athens Big Fork Trail, because the Eagle Rock Loop is made up of 3 different trails, and I can only remember 2 out of the 3, so I'm not going to embarrass myself by even trying to say them. But Big Athens Fork is this first one, and this is the one we're on now, and it's considered the toughest because it's got, like, I want to say six summits you have to go up, and instead of following ridge lines, you pretty much just go right over them, like perpendicular to the way that the ridge line runs. So there's a couple of them that are supposedly pretty brutal, but I think I should be able to knock a third to half of them out today, and then finish them up early tomorrow. And then after that, it's just smooth sailing. It should be. I mean, as far as hiking goes. Right now, I'm just I guess the Spirit Rock Vista was probably Summit 1. So if that's the case, then I've already knocked 1 out and I'm already descending it. So we'll see what's up. Looks like we're rolling into camp spot number 1. Pretty good sized clearing-ish. Got a little rock fire pit ring. Pretty nice. I could probably make this work, but I'm going to keep on trucking. Okay, well, I found my first water source. Right on schedule, just like the map said. Gut hook, that is. It's running, which is a good sign. I'm seeing markers, and the water's shallow enough I can just walk on through it without having to change shoes. That's really nice. This whole area is like a valley, and it is beautiful. Look how shady it is. I mean, this is a welcome relief. This is so absolutely beautiful. Oh, so I just sat down on this rock. It's right in the middle of the trail. It was perfect. I'm a little bit tired, winded a little bit. I just crested the summit of number 2, heading down. I'm at 1.5 miles, which means I'm a half mile from the next water source and camp. It looks like for the next mile, or every mile, it seems like there's a camp and maybe a water source. So I've got about 1.25 liters of water, so I really don't need to stop for water. I probably won't next time. I just bust it out, save me some time. As soon as I sat down, I kept hearing this buzzing, like I thought it was a big horsefly, and I looked over and it was a hummingbird, and it got really close to me, like it was checking me out. I don't know if it's because of my color, my blue, and it was just curious or something. I don't know, but it hovered within like 2 feet of my face and just looked at me, and then it went right back here on this. There's a branch right there. It's hard for me to point it out backwards, but it just sat there, and I tried getting video of it, but I couldn't zoom in and find it in time, and then it took off. But I kind of feel like that's my first reward for being out here. You know, if I was out here talking to someone, or, you know, with a bunch of people, or even one person, and I was just talking, that bird probably would have been more skittish and took off. But since I'm sitting here, I wasn't talking or anything. I was just sitting here. I pulled out my gut hook to see where I was, and there it was, just staring at me. It's the kind of stuff I really like. It's one of the reasons why I'm out here, why I love nature. Just those little unexpected treasures, happy moments in time. Something I'll take with me when I leave. Anyhow, I'm at 1.5 miles. I just crested the summit of Ridge 2 and I'm getting ready to trudge to the valley. So I'll talk to you later. I'll give you a shot of what I'm seeing right now too. Not much of a view, but a little bit. Can you hear it? I need a thermometer. 78 degrees right now. Came in this little valley with water. It's the next water source and it is awesome. It's all shady. The sound of running water is just so peaceful and awesome. And I'll probably say awesome too much, but geez, it's just, awesome. I should be stumbling onto the mile 2 campsite. I'm at 1.8 now. So far, I'm really happy with this trail. It's everything I wanted it to be. Okay, I'm at the second campground, and I just double checked on GutHook to make sure that, because I'm at my next water crossing, and I wanted to make sure that there is another water source before I hit camp, because I think I'm going to try to hit there's a camp spot at 3.4 and 3.7. So I'm going to try to hit one of those depending on how much time I have. And I just wanted to make sure I didn't need to get water because I'm going to need water again one more time. But there's another water source in 1.2 miles. So I am going to just wait and hit that water, and then I'll load up probably at least one dirty bag or something. I don't know. Well, when I get there, I'll figure it out. So I need to jet across this water here. It's another shallow one. I'm just gonna, luckily there's already some rocks, so I'm just gonna circus clown it. Hey guys, it's Jim. Of course, I mean, who else would it be? I am sitting here drinking a little bit of scotch with water, mainly water, just enough scotch for flavor, and just kind of chilling. I put a dry shirt on. I got my tarp and my hammock and my underquilt and all my bedding inside the hammock. Chilling out in my new Apex chair 0, and I'm gonna drink this and then crash. It's been a long day. I got up at 5 and worked my normal 8-hour shift before driving almost 4 hours to a trailhead. And I'm pretty tired. It's about 8, let's see, what time is it? It is 10 till 9. It's 68 degrees and I'm at mile 3.4. And pretty good day. I'm happy with my progress. Got my new tarp up with the doors, and I'm just kind of sitting under it right now because I'm not planning on staying up, so there's no sense in being outside. I'm literally going to drink this, put my chair a little more to the center, and then crawl in and call it a night, like I said. I did see a deer earlier coming down on a descent. Other than that, nothing super exciting. Well guys, I'll see you in the morning. Cheers. Good morning. It's about 10 till 7. It's 63 degrees. I've just taken down all my hammock and my tarp gear and getting ready to backtrack about 30 or 40 feet to get some water. And I'll be on my way. First, I need to finish drinking my coffee and pack everything up in my backpack, and then I'm pretty much gonna start the day. I don't think 7 o'clock start time's too bad. I've been awake for a couple hours. I've just been waiting for it to be light enough to actually work out here. I crawled out of my hammock. It was still dark, but getting light. So I kind of started pulling all my stuff out to get it ready to pack. Went and got my food bag, and then made some coffee. So now it's actually daylight legitimately, and all I need to do is finish my drinking my coffee, and get some water, and I can head on down the road. I'd like to get about 8.5 or 9 miles today. That'd be really sweet. If everything goes good, maybe 10. I don't know. It got down to 63 last night, and it's currently still 63. So a little chilly. I got a little bit cold. I ordered a top quilt, but it won't be until next month because of the lead times, because of the pandemic, and because of cottage industry, the way that they make your stuff to order. So I'm cool with it. I got a janky ass old blanket I cut in half, and I got a little cold, but I still slept. It wasn't anything bad. I should have packed a long sleeve shirt. It's weird thinking, this time of year that you might get chilly, but I got a little chilly. It's a little chilly right now. Anyhow, I'm gonna pack this stuff up, and I'll talk to you when I'm ready to walk. Okay, so the reason I didn't see the water source yesterday is because it's dried up. So according to Gut Hook, that water source is year round. So that's the first bad information I got from Gut Hook. So I'm at 3.4 right now, and the next water source I believe is in a mile. So I'm actually at 3.2 because I had to backtrack just a hair. I just wanted to double check because I didn't think I saw water, but Gut Hook's been pretty accurate so far. So I went back to look to see if I missed it, and I did not miss it. It's dry. So the next water is at either 4.4 or 4.6. So I got about a mile or a mile and two tenths to go. I'm completely out of water right now. So hopefully, the good thing is it's early, it's not hot, and I'm not gonna die, but I definitely don't like not having water. So that being said, I'm gonna put my phone down and march on. I'll talk to you guys at the water source, or unless something cool happens before then. Well, I found some water, and I'm gonna load it up. Load my dirty bag, and I got my little funnel. I like this because it's clean looking water, and it's also running. Oh, it's nice and cold. Decided to change my shirt a little while ago when I was coming. I came down a really long descent on, I'm guessing what is number 4 ridge or climb, whatever you want to call it. But it seemed like it went down farther than it went up. It was crazy. But I didn't want to sweat out my other shirt just yet, so I switched back over to this one. Should have done it earlier, but it was cold and sweaty, so I didn't want to start my morning like that. I like to acclimate myself. And there's nothing better than a nice cold stream whenever you're in need of water. if you haven't tried the Sawyer squeeze yet, it's the way to go. Definitely recommend it. I do not regret ditching my Katadyn hiker pump for this, because I mean, geez, this is a no-brainer. It's so easy and light. I brought 2 dirty bags on this trip, but I'm only actually going to use one. The other one is redundancy in case something happens to this bag. I still have a bag to fall back on. And at 1 ounce per bag, or 1.1 ounces per bag, it's really worth the redundancy, in my opinion. There's one. I'm going to put Propel in this one to give me some electrolytes and a little bit of sugar or whatever the hell else is in there. And then I want to fill this one up for water. And then that's all I'm going to carry, because this trail has a lot of water sources. So there's no sense in carrying extra weight. I want to say that 1 liter is like 2 or 2.2 pounds per liter of water. So I really don't want to increase my carry weight if I don't have to. I haven't looked at the whole map, but it seems like for the most part, about every mile you're at a water crossing or a water source. So definitely not a problem. Damn, that's good. All right, one more scoop ought to do it. Or one more bag ought to do it. And that water is cold and is awesome. It's just like I pulled it out of the refrigerator. You know, since I've been here, I haven't seen any other people, which is actually kind of what I like. There was, counting my car, there's 3 cars at the trailhead that I stopped in. I should be really close to the next trailhead, I believe. I'll have to look at the map before I take off, but I want to say there's a trailhead super close to here, so I might see some more people, I don't know. Or they might be on the loop. I mean, that's what they're here for, right? The trick to this is to not squeeze too hard. That's how bags get burst. Just kind of let the water do its thing. You can tell there's a maximum flow. It's not going to go any faster than that. There's no sense in trying to make it go faster than that. So all you're doing is asking for a damaged bag. I just kind of roll it from the top. Apply pressure as I come down. Wash and rinse. Repeat. Grab another big drink. It's always a good idea to drink your fill when at a water source. That way you don't immediately start killing your water supply when you get back on the trail. At least that's how I believe. We had a chance for rain today, but there's no clouds. I'm kind of happy. As much as I want to see what my new tarp's all about, I also don't really want to get all my stuff wet. So, all right. Okay, I got 1.7 liters of water now. Put the water out of my Sawyer. Drain the rest of what's in the bag. That's all there is to it. Now I just gotta put this stuff away. So right now I'm at mile 4.6. This water source actually isn't even listed, so it must be seasonal. Although they usually list seasonal ones, so I don't know. It's running pretty good. It's cold. It's super clean looking. So I'm not actually where I thought it was. I don't know, about a mile away or a quarter mile away, half a mile, something. I don't know. All I know is I'm a little bit farther away of where I thought I was, but it doesn't matter. All I needed was water. So while I was mixing my Propel into my water and throwing my trash away, I decided to go ahead and eat a little bit of apples. I made some dehydrated green apple slices, and they're really good. I should have made more. I made 2 apples worth, which is, by the time you dehydrate, it's not that much. I think next time I'll go for 4. I had a Cliff Bar, let's see, peanut butter and banana for breakfast. I don't really like cooking in the morning other than for coffee. So that was a pretty good breakfast. Those Cliff Bars are really good. I filled my water up. I ate my apple. I consulted the map, and right now I'm just kind of listening to this water. It's super soothing and beautiful sound. I've only walked about a mile 1.2, and I'll tell you what, with this new Z-Pack, it's a game changer. When you don't struggle with the way you carry your weight on your back, it makes it a lot easier to just pound out miles without really even thinking about it. Like right now, at one point, like a mile back, I adjusted my belt, and other than that, and it's got the two strap system for the belts, so it's super comfortable and easy to dial in. Okay, well, this is already gonna be a long video, so I might as well quit talking so it doesn't push it into like the 5-hour, make it into 3 parts or something. So you guys, I'm at 4.6 and I'm trudging on. Time to cross Blaylock Creek, and I believe I can do it without putting my water shoes on. I'm gonna try. I see some good stones to walk across. I see a blaze right over there, so here goes. Okay, so right after that crossing, it came up to an area that's a trailhead, parking and stuff, and I kind of lost track of where the trail was. But there's like a trail that follows the creek and crosses the creek again, and it just didn't feel right. I hadn't seen any blazes for a minute, so I consulted Gut Hook, and sure enough, I'm supposed to go up and over where the cars are parked, so I think it's this way. I'd sure like to see some blazes though. All right, let's get on track and I'll get back hold of you. Okay, I found it. We're officially back on the trail. Saw one car in the parking lot. It's Thursday. I think it's August 5th now. And we are rolling on. Okay, it's about 5 till 9 a.m. and I have been going up an incline for quite a while. And there's still more. Every time I go around a corner, I'm thinking I'm getting close to the summit, but this is probably the longest incline I've ever hiked. It's not overly steep, it's just long, very long. So my plan right now is to get to the top of this, find a spot that's hopefully shady, and go ahead and do a breakfast lunch type thing. Probably boil some water and make one of my meals. Maybe pasta sounds pretty good. and take a break. I've already drank all my Propel, 700 liters Propel, trying to find the top of this thing. I don't know, I just need to take a break, so I thought I'd check in. But man, the sun's starting to pop up, temperature's rising. I'll get my thermometer out when I stop and let it acclimate and figure out what the temperature is. But right now it's about 5 till 9, and I'm still heading up. I think this is summit 5. I can't actually remember. They all turn into one, but this is the biggest one so far as far as longevity of uphill march. So anyhow, stay tuned. And the butterflies are out. Lost them. Anyhow, talk to you later soon. Just wanted to show you an idea of the elevation. I just found a switchback. This is like the second switchback that I found, a proper switchback. Look at the elevational change. It's so hard to get a good angle on video or camera, but switchbacks usually work pretty good. I mean, it's an indication of what I'm going through right now. Well, it's 9:17. I made it to the summit of this peak, I think number 5, maybe 6, I can't remember. It was a long uphill battle, because I mean, it was just never ending. But anyhow, my shirt's completely soaked, so I got it sitting up on my trekking poles. I know it's not going to dry, but maybe it'll help a little bit. Right now the temperature is 72 degrees. Oh, it turned off. Right now the temperature is 72 degrees. So it's really not too bad. I'm heating up water as we speak, and I'm gonna make some of Angela's homemade beef stroganoff. She made this, I should say, on the dehydrator, and it's time for my first try at it. We're using, we both use Paco Gourmet bags. They are made to put boiling water in without making you sick or release any chemicals. They're 99 cents, and this is actually the bigger one. I can get a smaller one for less, and I might do that. But man, for 99 cents, this is the way to go. Safety, that's where it's at. So I've done, 2.6 miles today. I've knocked out 2 more summits, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. Here in a minute I'll feel even better when I'm eating some food. I'm actually pretty hungry. My water's starting to get hot, so I'll talk back at you in a minute. Okay, I've got her stroganoff hydrating right now. So kind of want to talk about the route and why I planned it the way I did. Obviously it's a very big loop. I pretty much just chose the northwest trailhead because it's the closest to where I live and work. And after driving 3 hours and 45 minutes, I kind of felt like, that's good enough for me. So once there, I had to decide clockwise or counterclockwise. There's pros and cons. Counterclockwise is you're doing the hardest part of the trail, which is the ups and downs of the peaks, right off the bat, because it's like the first 6 to 8 miles, I believe. So some would say that's a con because you got a full pack, you don't have your trail legs yet. Others would say bust out the hard stuff first, smooth sailing after that. That was my philosophy. I understand both. To me, I'm the kind of guy that I would rather do the hard part first and then get the cream of the crop later. I've heard that the south part of the trail, I think that's what I'm doing next, is notoriously muddy. So I don't know. So far, all the creek crossings have been low enough where I haven't had to use my water shoes. That's awesome. Save a lot of time doing that. I'll stir this. So it's kind of a no-brainer for me. Just do the hard stuff first, especially since I got here knowing that I only had 4 hours to hike-ish. I knew that I would only be able to do half third or half of the hard stuff the first day anyhow. So that even makes it easier of a decision, because it's not like I'm even doing a full day of super hard stuff. But that being said, I'm glad I didn't get to this point yesterday, because that last uphill would have been a killer for me. And this campsite isn't super awesome for hammocks, so I'm glad it turned out the way it did. My campsite last night was really awesome. I'm gonna try to stop with a little more daylight tonight so I can show you my setup. Last night I was thinking that it got dark at 8:30, but I guess it's more like 8:15. I didn't research it. I'm used to summer hours, and I guess we're in the waning. I guess the days are not as long as I thought they were a month ago. Anyhow, that's the reason I chose to go northwest parking and counterclockwise. And so far, I feel like it was a good plan. I'm gonna get my food on. Probably got another few minutes, but I'm actually thinking I might have a drink of scotch. It's probably not the greatest idea, but sure would go good with beef stroganoff. So I gotta say, this was Angela's first try, or first attempt, I should say, at making beef stroganoff. And I have to say, it's absolutely wonderful. You nailed it, babe. All kinds of meat and mushrooms. Look at that. That's what stroganoff's supposed to look like. I think I added a little too much water, but I'm okay with it because the flavor's so good, and I'll drink it. I'll do a human sump. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. And it goes good with scotch. Anyhow, I know y'all probably don't want to sit here and watch me eat, so I'll check back in when I'm done. So I passed trails with a fellow hiker. He was going clockwise. We stopped and talked for about 3 minutes. He said that he also had a close encounter with some deer, 3 of them, and he said it was similar to what my story was. And the interesting thing is he said this is his 3rd time doing the loop, and the first 2 times he didn't see any deer at all. So super interesting. I feel very happy that the deer didn't take me as a threat, because they obviously knew I was there. They kept staring at me. Before I knew they were there, I wasn't trying to be quiet. I was just being myself, which I'm not necessarily a loud person unless I'm in a situation that calls for it. So it felt really neat having those deer get that close to me and just chill out and do their own thing and not find me a threat. So kind of cool. First hiker I've seen. That was kind of interesting. I was starting to wonder if I was going to see someone. There's not been an overabundance of cars at the trailheads, and it's in the middle of the week. So who knows? I just filled up with water again, and I'm doing good. This is really nice. It's very shady. Temperature is very, very nice, especially for being in August. Everybody told me it was not a good idea to come out here when it's this hot, but you know what? The creeks have been down, the water crossings have been smooth, and the temperature has been great. If anything, it gets chilly at night, so I'm happy with my decision to come. I wish my girlfriend could have came with me, but she's got her own things she needs to take care of, and we're going to do the Buffalo River Trail here in October, so she'll get her fill of long hikes. Anyhow, I'm going to keep on keeping on. Looks like we're coming up to maybe a creek crossing or something. I love the sound of running water, I'll tell you that. Always need to pay attention to markings. I'm on the Eagle Rock, but like I said yesterday, this is 3 different trails. This is Athens Big Fork right now, so when I crossed that, it seemed like I was supposed to go that way, but I think that's just a campsite. And I saw this, and that tells me I need to go that way, and then I double checked with GetHook, and it is indeed the right way to go. Mile 7, I'm at a campground. This is a spur trail that goes to Eagle Rock Vista, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it because I want to see as many vistas as possible. I'm not sure how many there are, but I know I hit the first one, Spirit Rock. Now Eagle Rock Vista is the next one, so I'm not sure how far out it is. It looks like it's downhill a little ways. I don't know, maybe it curves back around. But let's go find out what that's all about, and then I don't know if it's pretty, we'll take a break. I was wrong. I had to turn the other way to go to the Vista. The other trail I showed you is actually the trail. Can you even believe this? Oh my God. It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. I feel like I'm at the top of the world. I know it's not the highest peak in the world, but geez, this is phenomenal. So awesome. I'm gonna have to come up with a better word for awesome, because this is beyond awesome for me. Well, the time has come to say goodbye to Athens Big Fork. Now we're gonna be on the Viles Branch Trail, and we're gonna head to the Little Missouri Trail. So that's it. That way goes to the trailhead for Big Athens, and we're going this way. Eagle Rock Loop. Awesome. Athens Big Fork did not disappoint. It was beautiful in every way possible, even the wildlife. So here we go. I'm not sure what kind of snake that is. I think I'm gonna leave them alone. It is all yours, Mr. Snake. Just crossed another small stream. I'm at mile 10.1 and I found a really cool place. It's got like a little lagoon on top of this rock, and you can see that there's a natural spring right there. And that's not even the cool part. I mean, that's cool by itself. Check this out. Let me see if I can get over here. Waterfalls. Deep pool at the bottom. How cool is that? Super cool. That's the answer. Super cool. I'm at mile 10.1 and I've decided to, I can't think of a better place to take a break. Let the feet air out a minute, get hydrated up, load up on more water, and see what's after 10, I guess. Okay, well, I filled up my water. I got about half a dirty bag of extra water, just, I don't need it, but just in case. I drank about 3/4 of a liter of water while I was sitting here. Let my feet air out a minute, and ate a little bit of beef jerky. I'm currently got my phone on the charger. It was down to 67, so I thought, what the heck, I might as well plug it in. So I think I'm just gonna leave it plugged in my FUPA and let it charge. Got to go that way is the trail. So I'm at mile 10.1, and I really think I can get another 5 miles today. That would be super awesome. I'm not going to push myself. If I only go 3 more miles, I'm cool. But you got to try to set goals sometimes. And my goal is mile 15 would be awesome. Mile 15 would be halfway, or maybe a little bit over halfway. So, okay, well, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to put my shirt back on. It's over there drying. And I'll catch you down the trail. Okay, I just came to my first real creek or river. And according to the gut hook, it looks like I need to go that way. I'm probably gonna need my water shoes, but it looks like I can get over to there and then maybe to there. So I'm gonna do that before I change because I might not need my shoes. I'm gonna see. Let's see how this goes. So I made it across there to there, and then I slipped with one foot and got one foot wet. Now I'm here, but now, as you can see, looks like the trail is right there by that pile of rocks, and I see a little streamer. I'm not seeing a good way across here without getting wet, so I am going to put my shoes on. I'm gonna put my water shoes on and trudge across. I gotta take my pack off to do this, which sucks, but it is what it is. I knew this was gonna happen, and I think I'm gonna go across right over there. So I'll see you on the other side. Heard a lot about the winding stairs. Guess we'll find out what it's like. I'd like to take a moment to thank my daughter, Autumn, for letting me use her Batman washcloth as a foot dry after creek crossings. In all honesty, I didn't really ask. I just did it. So, Autumn, thank you. I love you. It's the coolest washcloth I could find, and it reminds me of you. So, there's always that. Anyhow, should be able to make it to Winding Staircase today, I think. I haven't checked the time, but I think it's probably 2 or so. Let me check. Looks like it's almost 2:30, so I did take a big break back there whenever I was at the little waterfall, so it was worth it. I needed to recharge. I ate a little bit of food, filled up on water, so it's all good. Still making pretty good time, and I'm actually not in any big hurry. Just gonna do it as I do it. Hike my own hike and all that jazz. All right, I guess I'll check you down the road. That's where I'm going. Getting a little bit lost. I figured out where I was. Everybody knows this place. Man, video doesn't do it justice. I would have stopped earlier, but there was a few people back there swimming in the hole, including women, so I didn't want to bust out my camera and look like a creeper. This is super awesome. I think awesome is the word of this trip. Big overhang or cliff or something, or cave or something over there. Super neat. Okay, well, I followed for a long time it's been white and yellow blazes. I followed the white blazes and it took me too far. I got to where I didn't feel like it was right, so I checked Gut Hook and I was off the map. I was off of my route, so oh, that's nice. Big bag of shit, trash. So now I haven't seen a blaze, but I'm guessing it's a yellow one. And I just saw about 8 horses and a bunch of people go by. So it must be an equestrian trail. Seems like I've heard something about that, but I don't know. Maybe the yellow is the equestrian. Anyhow, I haven't seen any blazes. There was white blazes on the other trail, which I've been following white from the beginning. I don't know why all of a sudden it changed, but it did. It's obviously off the track. So I guess I need to quit recording and keep looking at Gut Hook because I don't want to make another wrong turn. If I'm going to spend extra mileage, I'd rather be on spurs and overlooks. Well, I'm at 13.5 miles and it's 20 to 4. Pretty worn out right now, so I need to take a break. I'm letting my feet air out again. Got my water shoes on. Kicking back in my chair zero. And I'm just gonna mellow out. Mix up some Propel and drink it. Gut Hook got me lost. I should have just stayed on that white blaze. I knew better than to turn, but I followed Gut Hook instead of following white blazes. As soon as I got across the river, I mean, that whole trail that it put me on was not marked, and then it just dead ended at the creek. And I saw campsites on the other side, so I crossed it and got over there, and then I just basically held Gut Hook out like a compass and followed it to the trail, and trail once again was white blazes. So I don't know why it had me doing that, but I know better now. Next time I do this, I won't do that. I'll follow the white blazes. It's really nice out. I don't know what the temperature is. I'll give you a temperature reading before I leave this spot. I'll get my temperature gauge out and let it acclimate. Really, the bugs have been okay. I've taken a couple gnats to the eyeballs, but other than that, every once in a while I get a mosquito in the lowlands that wants to buzz by my ear, but I don't think I've been bit. Knock on wood. So anyhow, I just wanted to check in. It'll probably be 4 o'clock when I leave here. Man, that still gives me like 4 hours of hike time. I think my plan is to hike another hour after this, hour and a half or something, to find a good camp spot and cook and eat. And then hike on to whatever camp spot I want to go to. I think eating at a camp spot that's not where I'm going to be camping is a better idea. Plus, I like the idea of walking after I eat, and then all I got to do is get there and put whatever snacks are in my belt in my food bag and do the PCT and hang it. Seems like it's pretty legit. I think as long as I roll into camp about 7:30 or 7:45, I should have plenty of time to set up camp. I'd like to have a little more daylight today, that way I can show you what I got going on. It's 4:03 and I'm heading out. I forgot to tell you a minute ago, I'm on the way up another summit. I think it's the second tallest that I have to do. It's pretty tall. So there's always that. Talk to you later. What happens on the trail stays on the trail. It's 5 o'clock. I just rolled 15 miles on the full trip. So a little over 12 for the day. And I am freaking beat. I keep feeling like I got something on me. Anyhow, I better keep going because I gotta go 2 more miles to hit the camp spot I want to hit, so maybe even farther, I don't know. I hate to get to camp too soon and then not have anything to do because then I get bored, but man, I am getting beat. Anyhow, I'm out of here. That is a big moth. How beautiful is that? It's 10 till 6. I'm on the move again. I was looking at gut hook while I was sitting there and I actually realized that I'm almost at the top of this ridge and then it'd be almost all downhill. So that kind of fired me up. I'm tired and my muscles are sore, but I got 2 more miles in me. Watch this. It's Albert Pike. Day use only. Looks like I'm going that way. I'm at mile 16.4. A little over half a mile to go to hopefully the good camp spot at 17. It's probably where I'll call it. This is pretty nice. Huge cliffs up there. This wall has been here since I got on this trail at Albert Pike, which I've only been walking for about 5 minutes, so it's not like it's huge, but pretty significant. Looks like we got some killer bluff-looking sheer rock walls. Man, I can't even talk. It's been a long day, fellas. People, I should say. Looks like we got some kind of spring up here. Yep, coming right out of the crack of the rock. That's pretty neat. All right, I found a camp spot at 16.9 and I'm done for the day. I'm actually hungry. Wasn't hungry last break because I'd been snacking, but now I haven't snacked this whole time, so now I am hungry. So I am gonna make something, I'm not sure what, and call it a day. I am pooped 13 and a half miles today. That's my personal best. And I'm feeling every one of them. I actually went farther than that because I took the Eagle Rock Vista, which is, I don't know how much longer. I'll have to check my GPS when I get home, but so I actually put in more than that, and I had a couple detours. So I'm curious to see how many miles I actually did put in. Anyhow, I'm gonna get some food going, and I'll talk to you guys later. I wanted to show you my new Hammock Gear tarp, Cuban fiber or Dyneema, whatever you want to call it. I got doors on it. I've got it going over the ridgeline right now because I don't have everything I needed. I was supposed to get some mitten hooks before I left, but the ball got dropped, so I'm just kind of making do. And I've got it pitched kind of close because I'm just trying to stretch it out because I don't have enough shot cord or the mitten hooks, or I'd be doing the trekking pole trick, but whatever. It's gonna get me through. I'm gonna start winding down, so I'll probably see you in the morning. So it's been raining for about a half an hour. It's 10 o'clock now. Quite a bit of thunder. The rain's not super hard, but it's significant. Just makes me think about those people that died at flash flood in Albert Pike. I'm not far upstream from there. And I don't have a whole lot of elevation either, so hopefully this stuff will stop soon so I can continue to sleep. We'll see you in the morning. Well, it's 20 till 7 and it is day 3. I'm packed up, I'm getting ready to go. I got about 10 miles and I can finish this trip. You can see the dry spot where my tarp was, so I stayed completely dry even though it was a really, really big thunderstorm. Loud lightning and lots of lightning and loud thunder, I should say, and quite a bit of rain. My pack stayed relatively dry. I had a pair of socks on the outside mesh sitting up and they were completely dry this morning, so Cuban fiber tarp for the win. You know, I'm gonna put this thing down and get some miles behind me. I haven't even drank coffee or anything. I ate a Cliff Bar. All I'm interested in right now is putting some miles behind me before I stop to fiddle around, so see you later. Here's my bridge to freedom right there. I just crossed it. So I came across a section of trail that hasn't been marked in a long time. With the gut hook, it showed me off the trail. So I backtracked for about 15 minutes. Never could find the trail, only to find out that I was on the trail and the gut hook was once again wrong. I love this app, but I feel like they need to update it. I just lost probably 20 to 25 minutes. And right now I'm just breaking spiderwebs with my face pretty much because I keep forgetting to use my poles. And the weeds have been knee high, so I'm wet like up past my knees just from the rain and the dew that's on the vegetation. Right here it's toned out a little bit, so no worries. Kind of feels good actually, it's cool. It's been kind of muggy, and when I woke up there was a little bit of fog or mist or whatever in the air, so it's all good. We're getting there. I'm not sure where I am as far as mileage. I haven't looked. I'm trying not to look until I'm ready to sit down. Just want to give you an update. These are the times that try men's hearts. No white blazes anywhere. Fork in the road. That's where I came from. And I see the camp spot on Gut Hook. So I am going to stay with the river, which is right there, and hope that it turns left after a short while. So let's see what happens. I might be backtracking. Okay, I'm back on track. There's my mark, tells me to make a right turn. So that's my trail. I don't think I can get across there without water shoes, but I saw a place right back here that I might be able to take advantage of a crossing that looks like someone else started. So I think I'm gonna opt for plan B here. See what this one looks like. a little bit more doable. I think I can go right across there, right across there. Next water crossing. Okay, I'm at mile like 21, and I just met that guy that I met on the second day, yesterday I should say. Super cool, nice guy. I saw him again, which is pretty cool. He said he's only got 7 miles, and I'm like, yeah, me too. So he started on the, evidently kind of opposite of where I did. He said he did 20 miles yesterday, and he did the really brutal part, the part I split up into 2 days, so that dude's a stud. I mean, 20 miles of that elevation, you know, 6 or 8 peaks is phenomenal. The one sketchy thing he said was last night before he made camp, he saw a bear. He said it was laying in the weeds, and it was a little ways off up on the trail. And as soon as he heard it, it jumped up and it ran uphill to get away like it was scared. So he had like his cup and stuff on the outside of his pack, and I'm too lazy to dig mine out, man. I'm just gonna, if anything, I'll film my death. How's that? So anyhow, my arm's getting tired from holding the phone, so I'm gonna let you go. 21, and we got about 5 or 6 more miles to go, or 7 or 8 miles. Hell, I don't know. I think it's 28 miles, and I'm at 21, so that's about 7 miles. See you guys. Mile 22-1, and it is starting to rain. The skies don't look threatening, so I can't see it being anything much of anything worth worrying about. So I'm gonna just continue on. No place to hunker down anyhow, so it's been relatively cool out all day. A little humid, but the temperature's nice. I'm enjoying it. Should be coming up to the Little Missouri Falls soon. That'll probably be my next time I see you guys. So until then, happy trails. This is the Little Missouri Falls overlook, or vantage point. I'm not sure what the technical name is, but that's basically what it is. Pretty awesome. We are gonna check it out. We're looking a little low right now. Some kind of dock work or deck that goes down there. Almost home. All right, found the crossing. It's a bridge. I remember now seeing this on the videos that I watched. For a minute, I thought that deck was a crossing, but it just takes you down to the water level. I guess you can get a good picture of the falls. This is pretty awesome. It's high rails. Well, it's starting to rain. The sky still isn't really threatening looking, but I don't know. I'm gonna put my phone away for now though. I'm at mile 24.3. The end is near. I only have a couple more miles, 3 miles maybe. I saw a beautiful deer a little while ago, and it just stood there and stared at me. So I got close enough, and it kind of ran into a circle, and then like basically just stopped at the same point it was away from the trail, just a little bit farther down the trail. And that time it let me just walk by. It was beautiful. It was raining, so I didn't pull my camera out. I just took all my water that was in my back pouch in my 1 liter bottle and filled up my 750 bottle because it was empty. And then I dumped out what was left in the 1 liter. I'm trying to save weight now. And I also dumped out, I had about a third of a dirty bag. I emptied it out so get a little weight off my back. I feel like I'm making really good time, like probably the best time I've ever made. The rain is lightened up, which I really don't care one way or another. My bag is water resistant enough. I'm not sweating it. I'm only a few miles from the car, so I'm gonna boogie. Hopefully next time you see me, I'll be looking at my car. Okay, I'm only a couple miles from the car. Right there is a crossing. And it basically just goes right up to right there and then crosses back right here. I mean, I could have just walked, I could just stay on this part right here, but the trail says to turn and do this. Well, I did it. Right down there, I slipped, got both of my feet wet. Literally the first time that's happened, and I'm 2 miles from the car. I guess it's good that I'm that close to the car, but damn, would have been nice to make it. Whatever. As I get closer to the end of this trail, I'd like to take time to thank everybody that believes in me, that supports my crazy adventures, and my family, my girlfriend, all those people, my friends, my good friends, a lot of my coworkers. Y'all think I'm crazy, but you support me, and that means a lot to me. I also want to thank everybody out there that I don't know that just wants to watch my videos. I enjoy sharing them. I get a kick out of it, and I'm glad there's people out there that like watching them. So I'm almost done with this one. I'll have the final mileage at the end. I'll have to get it off my GPS, so it'll be a little bit. But just know that I thank you all. It's been a hell of a loop, and it's a personal best. So thank you. And remember, push like and subscribe. Well, guys, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Eagle Rock Loop. Did it. We're back at the beginning. Got one more creek crossing, and that's the parking lot right there. And I am off to get some food. Get some clean clothes on. Dry, clean clothes will be nice. And then, first town I drive through, I'm getting some kind of big-ass greasy food because I am hungry. It's mile 26.7, I believe. I'll have, like I said, I'll have the complete numbers at the end. And it is 10 till noon. So I'm really happy with myself. All right, guys, it's raining and I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.